Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Happy Wednesday, everybody. And listen, I am so excited to finally be making this video because, listen, I watched on Monday night, I watched part of The Bachelorette, and then I watched the rest of it last night. And the reason why I have a headband on, you'll be able to see in just a few minutes, in just a few seconds. But listen. And if you watched it, you know why I'm excited. So, okay. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep these in, but in honor of Charity finally coming to her senses, well, it was kind of like her coming to her senses and him kind of throwing himself out. I decided I would accessorize with a scarf and these earrings that I made today. Yes, they are not sun catchers or dream catchers. They in fact are clothespins that I just made today. Well, I didn't craft them myself, but I did paint them myself. So you'll see how long I can keep these on. This is in celebration of Braden going home. Woo! He's gone. Okay, so let's start this off right now. Before my earlobes fall off. Okay, so start off this week. They are in Stevenson, Washington. I don't know why they're not jetting off someplace European or someplace foreign yet, but they're not. They're in Stevenson, Washington. There are only 10 guys left. Guys are sitting around and they're talking about like all of their connections with Charity. And of course, Braden has to be Bradening as much as he can. He's listening to all this, and he, on the other hand, is like, I have a greater connection with all of them. Their connection is nothing. They don't even know what her favorite color is. I know what her favorite color is. It's blue. That doesn't matter. So the one-on-one card comes. One-on-one card is here, and it goes to Dalton. I always have to say, is it Doughton or Dalton? I believe she pronounces it Dalton. And it says, let's leap into love. Well, leaping into love means they're gonna be jumping off of something. Producers love to make these people who are looking for love jump off shit. And that is in fact what it is. They go bungee jumping because both of them are scared shitless of heights. So they set them up to jump off of a bridge. Charity's like, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing this. But Dalton is there for her. He puts his fears aside. He really steps forth and helps her conquer her fears, because there's nothing more romantical than feeling like you're just gonna shit your pants as you're hurling towards your impending death on the rocks below. I thought that they were really cute together. I thought they were very good together. They get up after the first trip down, and then they decide to go again because why not? So I thought I did like them together. I thought they had a great connection. I think he's just so wholesome. Like later on, they went out and they made it kind of bothered me he didn't get a dinner. They made s'mores. He was like, I've never had a proper s'more, and I thought, the fuck is this? No s'mores? You know what? I'm kind of liking this because I can hide my double chin. Maybe Braden was onto something. Braden was Bradening. So they make a lovely couple. I really like them together. And no doubt he got the rose. He did. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, but back at the resort, they're all sitting around, but 4 guys that they're focusing on. Aaron and Joey were talking. Joey was like, bruh, I'm glad that you said something to Charity, because now you said something to Charity about Braden, because now she can just focus on guys who are here for the right reason. Meanwhile, out in the field, Braden's talking to Xavier, and he's basically telling him, listen, Aaron didn't tell Charity anything that I didn't already tell her, which I don't think is the case. I don't think he told her a lot of things. Like, I don't think he told her, listen, I'm not completely ready to get engaged, or hey, I've packed my bags more than once. I don't think he told her that. Also, he then says he wishes she could just stop being the Bachelorette and just be herself. He wishes she could just be off. And by that, now listen, first of all, she's the Bachelorette. It's on TV. That you're not allowed to, okay? That's how reality TV works. That's how a TV show works. Also, I feel like when he says that, he means like he wants her to just stop dating everybody else and just date him. Once again, are you not aware of how this works, of how this premise for this TV show that you signed up for and you signed a contract for works? Are you unaware of that? Are you dumb? Are you that stupid? I don't think he is, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he just has trust issues because of his last girlfriend. I don't know. Why would you sign up for it? If you have trust issues, why would you sign up for it then? So the date card comes a little bit later on. Date card comes. Everyone is on it except for Xavier. They are going hiking. So as soon as this is known that they're going hiking, Braden is given big dickhead energy, and he's all like, this is my wheelhouse. I'm the greatest hiker that ever lived, the greatest mountain man that ever mountain manned. I know everything about the woods more than anyone who's ever lived and who will ever live and who's living now or who's living in the past. I could piss on Daniel Boone's grave because I'm the greatest. So stupid shit. So they end up going out on their group date. Everybody else is all like bundled up smartly enough because it's Washington and it's a little chilly. They're all in layers. Here's Braden with his hiking stick. I can't keep this one in. It's gonna really tear my ear up. Ooh, girl. No, we gotta take this other one out too. Look at that. I don't know how Braden be Bradening in these. Oh my gosh, these chawed my ears up pretty hard. Okay. And Braden is leading the pack with his walking stick. No, just a shirt on. Cause he says he's radiating masculinity. And by the end of the night, he's just gonna keep on unbuttoning his top because he's radiating manhood and wilderness. So what it is they come across, Charity brings out 3 Girl Scouts. 2 are adorable. And then there's, what was her name? Aria. Listen, that's the kind of Girl Scout I would be. She wasn't taking no lip, Aria. So basically what the deal is whoever impresses them the most gets extra time with Charity at the kissing tree. The first thing they have to do is they have to find snacks or dinner for them. Everybody else is looking around, finding stuff. Braden is going on off the path and doing like caw-caw, like calls, acting like a real asshole. Like Tanner said, he's overcompensating for something. So Braden's out there trying to pick up stuff, eating out a raw beet with some dirt on it, looking like an asshole. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing that they have to do is they're asked questions. They have to complete the questions. They have to answer the questions. One of the questions was interesting. You knew what the answer was going to be for this. The men were asked, who would you eat to survive? Everybody except Braden said Braden because he can't eat himself. He said Sean. And then where do you see yourself at the end of this? Everybody else either said engaged or alluded to engagement. His answer was to be content. And then he was upset when he didn't win. His arch nemesis, Aaron, won. And once again, Braden just couldn't believe it. He went hog wild nuts, said that that dude's a cookie cutter, and if that's who she wants, then maybe she's not the kind of woman that I want. And then the shirt came off. Then he's just standing out in the field in the cold in Washington with no shirt on, radiating all this masculine wilderness man. So then when there was the after party. After party, the talk once again is going towards like engagement talk, like who could see themselves proposing to her. Aaron then takes it up with Braden. Says he's wasting everybody's time because he's just pessimistic. Conversation gets a little heated. They're talking about Braden packing his bags and how he's not ready to be engaged. And at that point, that's when Miss Charity overhears this, walks in and is visibly upset. And she's like, what are y'all talking about? And then they start talking about Braden, and Tanner says something like, there's one guy here who has packed his bags more than twice. Braden was like, that was me. And she's upset. She's very upset. I don't blame her. So she's like, we got to talk. They go away. They talk separately. She says, what's going on? He says, well, I've been down in the dumps since we got here to Washington because the last conversation we had wasn't fun. Listen, this is how a relationship and life is. Shit isn't always fun all the time. Sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes you aren't going to always get your way. And then he asks her, he says, what did I do that was wrong? He has no idea. He acts like she never told him anything, like she completely kept him in the dark, which she didn't. She was communicating with him the whole time, and he's playing the victim and he's playing the martyr, even though he's like, I don't mean to play the victim. You do. Because if you go on TikTok, there's this one woman who used to go out with him, and she said the same thing. When he wasn't getting his way, that he would like be all moody and not want anything to do with you. So that's par for the course from what I understand with Mr. Braden. So they're talking. Braden says that he likes her, but he doesn't want to be there. So she's like, cool, fine, listen, I need someone who's gonna put their whole heart into this journey to make this work. So let's get to stepping. And just like that, he's gone, he's gone. Oh, I can't believe he's finally gone. He's gone. Gone. So happy. So he's leaving. He doesn't say nothing. He just walks out. He gets in the van, and he says, and listen, this is interesting. He says he feels like something's there and the door isn't completely closed. Okay. So then the one-on-one, Xavier, I'm going to tell you, I didn't pay that much attention to this because I thought it was just kind of a stupid one-on-one date. They went to a fruit festival, because what guy doesn't enjoy going to a fruit festival, picking out lavender and stomping in some old pear jelly in a bucket? It's so stupid. But she was kind of feeling it, but she kind of wasn't. She's like, he's giving me vibes from my old boyfriend, and I don't know that I like it. I don't want him to just be with me because I'm so attractive. I know. I have the same issues too. Please. And she also wants to make sure that he is going to be loyal and that their connection is real. Later on, they talk about everything. He says everything right. He gets the rose. I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I see that much of a connection with them. He's like a Matt for me. Next up is the cocktail party. So Braden is gone. The guys are super like comfortable. Like Tanner is trimming John's nose hairs, and Xavier, I think it is knitting. Everybody's feeling so happy. So the guys are sitting around, they're chit-chatting, when who do you see outside? You see somebody in some old crusty Topaz Dreamcatcher Chico clearance sandals walking around outside, and you're like, who the fuck is this? And then Aaron sees him, and he's like, wait a minute, the fuck is that? Braden comes in. He had on all his dream catchers, turquoise dream catching, Space Needle earrings, all his accoutrements around his neck, little man bun. Walks right past them, tries to look, goes through different rooms looking, finally gets to a room, goes into it, and is creepily standing there like watching Charity and John sucking face. And I'm gonna tell you, this wasn't dry. So finally, John was like, who the mess? Who's that? And then Charity looks over and was like, oh, hi, the fuck? So, okay, listen, John goes back into the room. People are pissed. The boys are pissed. The guys are pissed. I mean, Sean with his, now listen, Sean also had on a scarf, but the producer was like, well, you have a scarf on too. And Sean was like, right, but mine's correct. But mine is cashmere. He gives me this energy of like, do you know who my dad is? That's what he gives me. Do you know who my father is? So they're pissed. John's pissed because he just took time away. He's on the chopping block. He doesn't have a rose already. So, okay, Charity and Braden are talking. And Braden is like, I'm back because I didn't like how I left things. I want to apologize to you. And I wanted to let you know you didn't do anything wrong. Charity's like, bitch, I know I didn't do anything wrong. Who's this fool telling me I did something wrong? So he walks right past him. Aaron is immediately like, dude, bro, you owe John an apology. He's like, I'm not apologizing to anyone. It's the wilderness all around. He opens up the door and he gets into his neon stripper party bus. And everybody's like, I want an apology. You suck. Blah, blah, blah. And then Aaron's like, punch that gas, close the door, punch the gas, go. If I would have heard bro one more time, I was going to throw myself out a window, bro. So he's gone. Let's get to who's moving on, who's going home. I picked two of these people that made it. I picked one I didn't and one I'm glad made it. Okay, so it was Aaron, Tanner, and Sean. I really didn't think Tanner was going to be moving on. Tanner made himself known this week. That's right, the 412's in the house. The 412's on the house. So that means John, Caleb, and Michael are out. So that's that. That's what happened. It looks like in the coming weeks, it looks like Aaron is going to be guilty of doing something that Braden was doing. And that is saying he's not sure if he is ready to propose. So I don't know. That is all that I have for today because this is winding up to be a pretty long video. Also, they announced the Golden Bachelor. He's Gary. He's from, he's grandfather from Indiana. He's 71. He looks damn good for 71. He don't look 71. My question, how old are these women going to be? Because if they bring them out and they're like 50 or they're like 45, they better be in their 70s or late 60s. They better be. So that's that. Let me know what you thought. And with that being said, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there. and treat everyone the way you would want to be treated. And let's take care of one another. Oh, these kill my ears. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye.